Today, I'm going to be sharing with you this question and answer session on the overview of photosynthesis to better sharpen your skill and knowledge on this topic. We are going to be diving into some of the questions and answers that are most oftenly asked so that once you see questions like this, you are going to know the exact responses of these various questions. If you also want to see a list of all the most relevant questions that are most oftenly asked under this topic, then make sure to check relevant links below this video description. So the first question in this today's series is, what is photosynthesis? Since we are dealing with this topic, we are going to begin with the first question on what is photosynthesis. You might have different responses, giving you a list of response like 3 or 4 responses for you to choose one correct response. As an example, you might be asked to choose among the various responses. It is the process of converting light energy to chemical energy, the process by which oxygen is released to the atmosphere, the process by which there are several different responses you might be provided in this question. But once you already realize that it is the process by which light energy is being converted to chemical energy, then that is going to be your exact response among the list provided to you. So this is the exact answer to this question, the process by which light energy is being converted to chemical energy. The next question is, where does photosynthesis primarily occur in the plant cells? Chloroplast. It is at the level of the chloroplast that chlorophyll is found, which is responsible for capturing light for the process of photosynthesis to take place. So the answer here is chloroplast, because within the chloroplast are found chlorophyll, which is responsible for capturing light, and other photosynthetic pigments like carotenoid, which also play an essential role in light capturing, so as to begin the process of photosynthesis. The next question is, which pigment is responsible for capturing light energy in the process of photosynthesis? The answer here is chlorophyll, because this is the essential pigment responsible for capturing light during the process of photosynthesis. There is also another essential pigment like carotenoid, which also play an essential role in capturing light. And once this light has been captured, what happens is there are excitation of electrons which are being transported through the electron transport chain. The next question is, what is the main byproduct of the light-dependent stage of photosynthetic reaction? The answer is oxygen. It is the byproduct which is being produced at the light stage of the reaction, because this process involves the combination of carbon dioxide and water to produce their food, which is carbohydrate, and oxygen being given off as a byproduct. So oxygen is the correct answer in this list. If you want to see all the list of answers and the various questions, then you want to also make sure to check relevant link below this video description. The next question is, at what stage of this reaction does the conversion of carbon dioxide to glucose takes place? The answer is, it is at the light independent stage of the reaction, also known as the dark circle or the Calvin circle. It is at the light independent stage of the reaction where carbon dioxide is being converted to glucose as the product or as the food for green plants and algae carrying this photosynthetic process. The next question is, what molecule is the primary source of carbon in the Calvin circle or the dark stage of the reaction? Which molecule is the primary source of carbon? The answer here is carbon dioxide. It is from carbon dioxide that carbon is being obtained in the Calvin circle of this process. The next question is, where does the light stage of the reaction takes place in the cells of plants or algae? The answer is in the thylakoid membrane. It is inside of the thylakoid membrane that we have chlorophyll responsible for capturing light before photosynthesis can occur. The next question is, which of the following is not a product in the light stage of the reaction? I'm going to give you 3 different options here. We have glucose, we have ATP, we have NADPH. Which of the following is not a product in the light stage of the reaction? The answer here is glucose. Glucose is not a product in the light stage of the reaction. but at the last stage of the reaction, the products are ATP and NADPH. The next question is, what is the role of ATP and NADPH at the dark stage of the reaction? Here, the answer is ATP and NADPH are the primary source of energy to drive the conversion of fixed carbon to carbohydrate. This is the essential role of ATP and NADPH at the dark stage of the reaction. They are the primary source of energy to drive the conversion of fixed carbon to carbohydrate, which is the food for this process. The next question is, what role does photosynthesis play in the general global carbon cycle? The answer here is that it reduces the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere to organic molecules so that the high concentration to the atmosphere will be reduced. The next question is, which organelle contains the enzyme rubiscose, which is responsible for carbon fixation? The answer is the organelle is the chloroplast. It is at the level of the chloroplast that the enzyme rubisco is found, which drives the conversion of carbon, which is involved in carbon fixation. The next question is, what is the primary function of photosynthesis in plants? The answer is, it provides glucose for energy and growth. The next question is, what is the significance of the oxygen which is released to the atmosphere during the photosynthetic process? The answer is, it is required for animals and other organisms for breathing. So these are some of the questions and answers in this session, and we are going to come out with another series in the next episode. And if you are new here, make sure to subscribe so as to keep updates on upcoming series or episode when they are ready. If you want to see other questions and answers based on this topic, then do not forget to check relevant link below this video description so that you are going to see additional questions and answers and some of the details under this topic. And see you again in the next series. Bye-bye.